What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? I am just gonna chill tonight. I got some pool to play here in a little bit, so I'm gonna go do that eventually. And in the meantime, I kind of wanted to study. I got another deep dive that I want to do. So I'm gonna do that, you know. And just a sec, I'm not connected to chat, guys. Sorry. What's up, Ashton? Good to see you, man. How you doing, brother? So my last big... What's up, Corey Barton? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it, brother. Absolutely, man. How's it going? So my last deep dive was on the Rand Corporation. That's a think tank. They go back a pretty far way. They had some really cool things learned from that. So right now, I'm just going to be going through, I'm going to be looking into the Brookings. It's another think tank, heavily influential in our domestic policies. So this is an article from '98. I'm just kind of going to be studying, and anything you guys want to talk about, we can talk about it, you know. Just kind of want to take it easy. It's been a really kind of crazy week with all the protests and riots and everything. And then, you know, the video footage of all those missiles landing in Tel Aviv is, you know, I don't have a strong attachment to any side when it comes to those things, but it was definitely oh yeah. Here, hold on, let me pull that up real quick. This guy's he's a goofball, man.
The march has begun, so we're gonna record this march. They're gonna be marching through the streets of Hollidaysburg.
It's so funny. This was something that I noticed because I watched the Army Parade.
Here we go.
Which I'm not gonna lie, man. I got kind of
no hate, no fear.
I got kind of emotional because, man, it's so nice having an administration that truly loves this country. You know, I have some pretty negative sentiment towards Trump right now. I will say, apparently, now I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently we are not going to back Israel in this war. And that's a good thing. Not because I sway one way or the other with them. Just I'm anti-war. You know, I don't like us getting involved in other people's conflicts. This shit has nothing to do with us. We didn't want to bomb. We didn't want them to bomb Iran. Israel just went ahead and fucking did it. So now they're reaping the consequences of that action.
Thanks, Randy.
You know, I don't want any country to get bombed like that. You know, it was just a really terrible thing to watch. Kind of shook me up. But it was great to see how kind of wild now Trump went with this.
Okay, we got a traffic jam. No! Thought they were supposed to stop the traffic.
I mean, like, it made me, it's one of those things where, like, maybe fucking, it was 07 all day, bro. 07,
Okay,
07.
so we got to get out of their way.
And,
I don't know how traffic got through.
one thing I did notice that I thought it was funny, to a large degree, this looks like
emergency coming through.
a field trip from the senior living facility to go get some ice cream. But then when I was watching the Army parade, man, that was so much of a younger crowd, dude. I was happy about that.
Move here! Immigrants are welcome here!
So this is Ashton's hometown. I don't know how big it is, but yeah, there's a bunch of folks, man.
So they're marching up the street.
Which, you know,
Yeah,
if
someone
they're
recording
peacefully
me.
protesting and doing their thing, go for it. You know, like I don't have anything
Yeah,
against
take a
that.
picture,
Do
it
your
lasts
thing,
longer.
whatever. Second you
I'm
start
the
smacking,
famous one.
that changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashton, dude, it really was.
Yeah.
Man. It really was. It was a great thing to see. It was
You
good
just
to see.
took a picture of the
administration
greatest reporter
care
in
about, the armed
Altoona.
forces. You know, the people that like have gone out and died.
That
for
guy
this
here
country.
don't like me.
It was just
He can kiss my ass.
really, really refreshing, man. You know, I am not.
Look at all these
I am
idiots.
at war. You know, a strong military. We should have the strongest military in the world, as far as I'm concerned. But letting the military-industrial complex take its fingers and toes
Ah,
and
woo!
foreign wars and just killing
Catchy tune, ain't it?
people in their asses.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear! Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear!
That's a good one, actually, Corey. Yeah. No, I definitely need to look that up, bro.
Good God.
For sure.
Where do they come from?
That's a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Where do they come from?
Because I've kind of touched a little bit on the pharmaceutical industry, but when I touched on the pharmaceutical industry,
Oh,
it was more about
lovely.
its relationship
There's
with our
another
government,
moron.
which is fucking, like, enraging, dude.
Fuck you too, baby.
But
Yeah.
to actually, like, go
You're
into a
probably a
deep
lesbian
dive and
dyke.
see, you know, because they're probably,
That's right.
just to be completely honest, there's
That's
probably
right.
not going to be any studies, but just
The one and only.
looking at, like, timelines of,
You don't like it?
you know, at least since I was
Fuck
a
you
kid,
too.
the rate of people getting.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Oh, brother, sorry.
You
my
wanna,
bad, dude.
what do I got against democracy? Nothing.
But the rate
I am
of,
great.
like, since I was a kid, the rate of people getting prescribed on mental health medications has skyrocketed,
What a
dude.
bunch of
I mean, they pass them out like
snowflakes insulting
candies,
the media.
you know?
They
And
want the, oh my God! Oh my God!
just the vast change we've seen in our
Oh my
society since then
God!
has
Yeah, what?
definitely been massive.
I think you
know?
need to get the dick out of your ear.
So that's honestly like a really, really
Look
good
at all
topic.
these
Thank you,
idiots
Corey. I
insulting
appreciate
the
that,
media,
man.
And they want
Yeah.
freedom of speech.
I'm definitely be
But
going into that.
They don't want the media to have freedom of speech. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm more popular than what I thought.
Yeah, there's
I got so many
there's a
haters
lot
in the
of older
crowd.
folks
Golly
here.
Gee, whatever
and then
am I
the
gonna
Army
do?
parade was like late teens, 20s, and
I
30s.
think Trump
you know?
is-
I mean, there was older folks there. Don't get me wrong.
Blessing America.
But
yeah, he's getting rid of the swine like yourself.
yeah, man. Yeah, actually, no, for
Yeah,
real.
look at
Yeah,
this
thank
one.
you, Corey. That's
Oh
a really good one.
God. Look at them giving the media the finger. But
It's kind of one of
they
the
don't
things I
want-
wanted to
they
do
want a
with this
peaceful
channel.
protest.
You know, I know it's not like incredibly
fuck you,
popular.
dyke.
Honestly, like
You
the,
wanna
the
fucking
videos I've done where I'm just reading
harass
through
me
stuff,
and
those
call
have
me
the
names?
least
I can
views.
play
I
it
kind of
back
hopped
just
on
like Trump, baby.
the riot coverage thing for a little bit, but
I can beat Trump.
I think
worse
those,
than Trump.
like,
You think
if
Trump
I were to
is
have
bad? He only
anything
lasts
on this
4
channel that were to
years.
have value,
I last a lifetime. I'll be here long after Trump is gone, baby.
tied to politics, it's a cycle. You know, politicians affect laws, which is decentralized Americans, which pharmaceutical companies provide medication. Yes, 100%.
Donald Trump is your king. He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, 100%,
Got
man.
news for
Yeah, I
you.
mean that's definitely
Trump's
something I can do.
not going
I just, you know,
anywhere.
if I can provide something of value with the channel, like even if no one sees it,
Trump's not going anywhere.
that's
Trump
all I really
is
care
your
about.
king.
You've been a success.
Trump is your king.
'Cause, like, I
Eat
learned too,
shit.
right?
Yeah, fuck you.
this isn't a studied professional going over these things. This
Democrats.
just a regular
Look at
person.
the Democrats. Look at the Democrats. Hey, me boy. Look at the Democrats. Look at the Democrats. Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't have the balls. I'll drop you. I will drop you. You want to drop? You want to get in my face? I'll drop you like a bad habit.
Yeah, that dude is a live wire, my friend. That's funny. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, no shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, he can just straight up, like, go out and fucking... Yeah. No, for sure, man. For sure. It's crazy, dude. I will say that's the craziest thing. Like I kind of grew up post 9/11, right? Like I remember before it. I remember when it happened, but I didn't like start to really like, you know, become cognizant and think until after that. And everyone was just so much more unified, dude. That's one thing that really like strikes me in the heart. Just seeing how fucking divided we are right now. It like I hate to sound like a fucking hippie here, but it sucks, man. You know, like I don't want to say violently, but I vehemently disagree with a lot of the principles of the left, right? Like majority of them, the vast majority. But it just sucks that there hasn't been anybody that has, at least it seems like, even really attempted to try and bring any kind of cohesion, you know, from their side. Like, I think, you know, if anyone is an example of how I think, like, we could actually, like, get along and move forward, this is gonna sound fucking crazy. John Fetterman, dude. John Fetterman is my favorite Democrat right now. Like, that is one guy, like, that is one Democrat who I genuinely think wants the best for the country, and it seems like he really is trying to bring, you know, at least as much unity as possible. Well, you know, Ashton, I have a kind of an off the wall theory about that, because, you know, I don't know if you remember. I'm pretty sure we're about the same age, right? You might be a little older than me. I'm 32, but when the housing market crashed and the government bailed out the banks instead of bailing out all the people that lost literally fucking everything because of that, there was Occupy Wall Street and there was the Republican Tea Party, and that was like the last time there was a unified effort between both parties. Oh, is it? Oh, shit. How's that? How's that for the music? Sound better? Check. See, alright, cool. I try to, it's so hard with OBS sometimes, and like this mic, dude, I need a good mic. Like that's what I'm gonna get next. I'm gonna get a boom setup with like not like a, you know, $500 mic or anything. I don't have the money for that, but down. How about that? Is that better? Thomas Massey? No shit, dude. That's pretty cool. That's cool, man. I like Thomas Massey. I know, like, you know, the establishment conservatives that are in Congress, they don't really like him because he doesn't want to, Nice. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Sorry. I know a lot of, like, establishment conservatives don't like him because he's real serious about the cuts and everything. That's, like, what fucking Trump ran on, right? It's where, like, probably where Thomas Massey, like, really had Trump's back. And, like, I can totally get where he'd come from, where this big, beautiful bill, I mean, it seems, you know, it's just a bunch of fucking pork that is going to have to get pushed through. But that's just to maintain, like, you know, some kind of cohesion in Congress. That's genuinely what I think it is, right? It's more of like an appeasement to the establishment so he can get his agenda pushed through. You can't hear me, Denizen? Shit, dude. Yeah, 100%. How's this? One sec. Hold on. See how this one works. Is that good? Check. It's very low. Yeah, dude, it's just this fucking mic, bro. I can't stand it, man. Well, let me see if I can fix this somehow. Give me just a second, boys. I'm on the case. Hello? Check. Still very low? I'm such a fucking tech noob, dude. I wish I wasn't. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I will say, man, like that's one thing when it comes to politics. I have completely resigned the fact that there never will be any candidate that I agree with 100%. So it's like concessions have to be made to some degree. How does it sound now? Is it still, am I still fucking noobing out here? I'm trying to fix it from the OBS side of things, but it's just not. I'm goofing. Alright. See, that's crazy. Yeah, Ashton, that's where I'm at. So, like, and this is just an opinion, right? So, my opinion on it really comes down to that's why it's a good thing that we have so many people in the government, because there's going to be people that no one I'm going to agree with 100%, but having different sects of people that believe in different things is the way to at least come as possibly close as we can to, or at least that I can vote in a way to where I can come as possibly close as I can to getting what I want, right? Like, I don't think anybody votes against their own self-interest. What was that called? Truth dig. Ooh, here we go. See, this is one that I want to, like, I would want to go into this, but I feel like Mike Benz already did such a good breakdown of the Atlantic Council that I just don't think it would really be worth my while, you know? I feel like he really covered all the bases on that, you know? The Center for Strategic International Studies, CSIS. I think I've gotten an article from their website when I did something. I can't remember. But definitely gonna go into this. All right. Okay. I don't know exactly when I'm going to leave out to go play some pool. Just depends on when my homie hits me up. But when he hits me up, I'm going to dip out. I just kind of wanted to sit back and chill and get my mind off of current events right now, man. Because, I don't know, dude, like the videos of... That sounds fantastic, Ashton. That's fucking right on, dude. You know, that's what I would do is I'd take those peanut butter crackers, the Ritz ones, and I'd dip those in coffee, man. That shit's so good, dude. It's so good. Or like peanuts in a Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking the bee's knees, dude. All right. Is Brookings the most idiotic think tank in America? That's it right there. A Forbes article from 2013. Oh yeah, brother. See, now, look, I used to be a degenerate, right? That looks like a jail. That doesn't look like an office building to me. I don't know. Oh, dude, get fucked, Forbes. I just want to read this one article. I'm gonna leave that up. Oh. Devaluing the think tank. Oh. Alright. National Affairs. From 2012. Oh, this is a big boy, huh? That'll be a good read. I'm thinking, this is gonna be another long one. What's up, Abe? Thanks for jumping in, bro. I appreciate it, man. You doing all right? How you doing today, bro? Is my audio coming in okay, Abe? because Ashton said I sounded good. Corey said I sounded good. Digital Denizen said he couldn't hear me barely at all. Just want to make sure everyone can hear me properly, you know? No way, dude. Oh, man. No shit. Wow, bro. That's insane. Hold on. I need to follow him. I've seen him on VK before. Yeah.
These guys. Let us go that way.
They already crush it? Here, wait, hold on. Let me stop this.
There's still people coming from that way. Somebody said he was a young guy with a beard. The suspect. Not very descriptive, but
Wasn't me. Promise.
don't be pointing at him. My bad. Has anybody checked the news yet? Somebody give me a report. Somebody check the. Damn. There's reports of other active shooters in Fort Hood. Fort Hood, Texas. Is that Texas?
No way, dude.
Fort Hood. Like on the base? Fort Hood, Texas? Yeah, it is Texas. That's what I thought.
Did anyone get hit? Or did just some shots ring off?
Sorry, not right now. I can't let you right now. I apologize. No.
They got the suspect, right?
I'm not seeing anything on either of these. There's been no, like,
Alright, yeah.
reporting done on any of it.
Fox Banner said YouTube broadcast Urban Adventures live in Utah. Tune in. Shut up, Dean. You're so dumb, Dean.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's not one of ours, bro. Take a quick look at him and tell you that.
Yes, he's been caught. They have video and pics of it. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. What does it say about the victims, King?
So they don't even know if there was a victim yet. Which, as far as I'm concerned, no news is good news.
Reporting a suspect in cuffs.
Yeah, they got the guy, though.
And then, how many victims? 2?
Oh, there's 2 victims.
Two's what I've heard. You guys just got here. We're live. Salt Lake City, Utah. No Kings protest. Just ended due to an active shooter. Suspect's been apprehended. What the fuck is that? Suspect's been apprehended. At least one.
Is he wearing a Tampa Bay Rays hat?
I've heard 2. Do I need anything? Toilet made a solid goal, but it's just not in the cards now, is it? From what I've heard, 2 victims. To wear a BP vest from now on. Thank you, IWR class. Sorry, I can't
Did people
tell you guys anything. They're not gonna let us go over there. But if you rewind in the stream, somebody needs to go through and screen cap this. whole stream
people have
so
made that mistake with my with my tag before. I don't even. There's no reason to even
we got
like try and
some
correct him. I
cameras
get it.
that maybe we
He's
shouldn't have.
he's out here reporting on a fucking shooting.
We rewind
My
about
YouTube
30
tag
seconds.
doesn't mean anything right now. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't intentional, but
Okay, I'll meet you over there in a bit. Where
Fuck, man.
it's on multiple channels now. I just got back from making the rounds to some other channels. What's on multiple channels? Private the video so it doesn't get taken down.
Alright, let me check Fort Hood. Yeah. Exactly. There's no current reporting on the Fort Hood shooting. Doesn't seem like it.
Big city cops, but these guys.
Alright. Shit. It's good that there's a little bit of reporting on this now, though. It seems like where did I just find? This is it? Yeah. This looks like it right here. Yeah, I know, dude. He's such a fucking cornball. I don't take anything he says seriously. He's just doing this for clout. He doesn't give a fuck about any of this stuff. He doesn't believe anything he says. You know what I mean? Like, I hate being so blunt about this, but this is going to get a hell of a lot more coverage than this that just happened yesterday. You know what I mean? Brian Jimenez Benitez, Guerrero Bejar Reynoso, and Jose Eduardo Romero Bajorquez were all booked for being related to 2 counts of aggravated assault, 24 counts of illegally firing a gun, and rioting. So they were popping shots yesterday. What's up, Robert Whaley? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in, brother. So they were doing this shit yesterday, but look at those names, cuz. Wonder why that didn't get a bunch of fucking news coverage. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, hell yeah, Robert Whaley. I'm with it. Too bad he's an American citizen. It's crazy. Seemed like there were a bunch of people in JS Urban's chat that that were alluding to the fact that him being on multiple channels was a bad thing. So I just went ahead and took his stream off. I don't want to risk getting his shit taken down, or at least play part in it. You know what I mean? So is there a protest at Fort Hood? This was 4 years ago. Okay, there's nothing going on, at least like video-wise right now. A shitty one, Robert Whaley. Hassan is a shitty American. Because there are shitty Americans. We've been watching them all week. You know what I mean? I was gonna study, but now I'm fucking. I think I'm gonna get back on the. Cause shit's like popping off now, right? Like.
When your business needs fast, quality printing delivered on time. When a project needs.
To get you more information from this very fluid and quickly evolving situation, just tragic and unexpected, end to what was supposed to be a peaceful protest. This is the No Kings rally. It started at Pioneer Park around 6 o'clock this evening, and we saw a very large crowd quickly swell to the.
The freeze come out at night. I'm almost wondering if we should kind of put this on a big screen for.
Is shit gonna fucking pop off tonight, guys?
It's kind of a breaking situation, kind of crazy right now.
Yeah.
Put it on the big screen, but I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the other screens.
Park and headed east towards the federal building on State Street. About an hour ago, we heard police activity and started to see a lot of movement, heard what we believe were gunshots, and then you heard a witness there describe that.
The tour poster's here.
I'm hearing we have another update from Emma Benson, who is out on the ground in the field.
That's a good movie, dude.
Emma, where are you at and who are you with?
Hey, Garna, I'm still here in between 1st and 2nd South and State Street in downtown Salt Lake City, where police still have the roads blocked off. Large police presence here as well.
If you guys can hear that snoring, that's Charlie in the background. Sorry.
Who are still here in the area, as well as these 3 siblings right here who weren't actually here for the protest, but you just stumbled upon this and saw and heard a bit about what happened, right?
So yeah, we were standing right here, and we were just listening to the drums playing and stuff. And then it was right about that time we just heard somebody yell, active shooter, and we saw people running, like just a crowd of people running this way. And so we stayed there for a second just because we thought people were yelling, and then walked over this way and saw somebody on the ground. There were cops huddled around him, and that was really about the end of it. This guy over here was yelling, like he came up running saying, yeah, like I saw it happen right in front of my face, gist of it.
Did you guys take cover? Where did you go?
Well, we just kind of freaked out. We were just trying to stay together. I was freaking out. He was trying to keep us together. He was running. We were just trying to, just all be together. There were a bunch of people huddled, like, underneath the building. And, we just kind of were making sure that no one just yelled something. And it was, like, mass panic, like, a bunch of people getting together. And then we heard the active shooter and was like, oh, we got to get out of here. We got to
Interesting.
figure out what's going on.
Oh my goodness. Really
See, that's what
situation, right?
I will say.
Right there too. I totally
That's probably one reason why the Florida protests never got violent.
When you first
Just
saw
saying.
people yelling and saw people start running.
It was crazy. I just saw everybody was kind of just all together in one group. Everybody started running, and then I kind of wasn't really looking for them. I was just trying to see what was happening, and finally I couldn't see him for a second, and then I saw him, and she was mainly freaking out, but just straight.
I wasn't freaking out. I was making sure, like, okay, guys, let's get out of here. Let's get together and let's get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get to a safe location, of course, totally understandable. And again, just to confirm, you three were not involved with the protests today. You just happened to be in the area, right?
Yeah, just watching.
Just happened to be in the area and saw some of what went down. Did you see anyone be put in handcuffs by police?
We did not. By that time, all the cops were coming out telling us to move back.
They were good. Like, they were just having people clear the scene. Like, no one was, like, getting aggressive or anything like that. So it's just keeping people safe.
Well, thank you three for sharing what you saw and heard. Again, a scary situation. I'm glad you guys are safe. So thank you again. Appreciate it. Garna, I'll send it back to you again. We'll stay out here and try to get more updates and give them to you as we get them.
Well, it's good. It really doesn't seem like anybody was gravely injured, because I feel like they would have said something about that already.
Confirming that one person was critically injured.
Never mind.
They have been taken to the hospital with, again, very serious and critical injuries. Our thoughts and prayers are with their families. We're also hearing that one person is also in custody at this time. And if you've been with us, you've seen some of these images, and we believe that we know what that person looks like that was taken into custody. The victim was rushed to the hospital shortly after all of this broke out. What you're seeing now is Chopper 5. This is the area of State Street.
Yeah, no shit. That sucks too. I was really hoping that, like, no one got hurt.
Investigation where we believe that
So that's where everything took place?
This was during the No Kings rally here in downtown Salt Lake City that started at Pioneer Park a few hours ago at 6 p.m. Police now confirming what our images with these witnesses have been telling us, that one person was critically injured and is fighting for their life at the hospital. Another man is in custody at this hour. We are waiting.
So there's only one victim then.
From police. Emma Benson, who you just heard from, is live from the scene. She was covering this protest, walked with thousands of people from Pioneer Park to this area of State Street between 1 and 200 South to see this happen. A day where people were coming out to protest. This is the No Kings rally, protesting some of the policies, including immigration policies of the.
Oh yeah, you're good, Abe. Man, do your thing.
Organizers had called.
No, I mean he's getting the fucking scoop right now, dude.
Of those First Amendment
For real.
What you're seeing here are images from moments ago when we saw and heard gunshots, saw a person on the ground, and started to see police heading into a parking garage where we believe there was likely and possibly a suspect.
When
Emma Benson is back with us.
When I saw people in his chat saying like, "Hey, you're up on multiple channels, this might get taken down," I wanted to get off of his stream, you know, like he's like doing the fucking thing right now, and
State Street and 200 South here.
I don't want to be part of fucking that up for him, you know.
Dispersing as people are leaving. There are still a few people though staying on scene here to see if they can gather any more information. Of course, people are curious and want to know.
Robert Whaley, man, seriously, bro, seriously.
One suspect is in custody.
He really doesn't have that much power. That's the thing that blows my mind, is these people are so fucking terrified of this dude. And, like, they don't realize that Congress is just as much of an adversary to him, almost like as they are, right? But he can actually like maneuver with Congress, and he can do things to try and appease them, like passing a bill with a bunch of fucking bullshit in it, bullshit spending packages and stuff. Like that's the only way that he's gonna be able to get them to back him at all. Because the establishment's deep, bro. You know, that swamp's a lot of mud and not that much water. You know what I mean?
Because there's a narrow hallway, and there was just people running that way. I was scared because I was like, where the hell am I supposed to go? There's people running that way. There's people running that way. Like, I called my dad. Just in case I never got to hear them again. But I was not expecting this. I just wanted to come out, show some support for the people, but unfortunately these things do happen. I'm just happy to be alive.
Oh, 100%, Ashton. I'm just hoping it's actually possible at this point, dude.
And I understand.
You know what I mean?
Scary situation. I feel a little shaken up too, since I was also really close. You said you were just feet away from where it happened, right? Can you tell me about the rest of the day? Did you go to Pioneer Park earlier today? Were you with the protesters?
Oh no, I took a front runner train here. I got here around 6:30 to 7, and I went to City Creek for a bit and saw that the protesters were around 4 south, 300 west.
All right. I still haven't seen anything on the Fort Hood one. I'm still interested in seeing that. Anyway, let me get back to what I was doing. All right, so we got these 4 articles. It's definitely not Brookings, man. Brookings is not right wing. They're not conservative. I guess I could go through these 4, and then let's go to their website. there's really not a lot on here. There's not a ton for real. It's not like the Rand Corporation, where with the Rand Corporation, there was a shitload. There was a shitload of different research articles on here. There's not that much. Yeah, no shit, dude. Did they seriously have like an anti-Donald Trump protest in England? Fucking cornballs, man. Sorry. Just watching this stuff over in Israel's crazy, dude. What's Andrew got to say?
Who the fuck is Sam Britton? Plus, I'm not ever going to say Bonin. That would be... Who the fuck would say that part? They're popping things off in Sugma. Are they? Were you going to hit me with a Sug My Balls? Is that... Whoa! You got me, bro. Whoa. Whew. Wow. Stupidest fucking chat on the internet. Dumbest fucking, most retarded fucking chat that's ever existed in the history of the internet. Just got done saying how base they all were, which they are. Some of you are really fucking stupid.
Is Rob live right now?
Yes.
I missed his stream yesterday because he streamed early, and I guess he's not streaming today. Is OF harmful for society? I could jump on with Jess White here in a little bit. I don't know, man. I think I need to just look through their actual... Here, hold on. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I shot him a message on X and told him Happy Father's Day. I know it's tomorrow, but... What? I don't know if you guys saw any of those videos from Israel with all those missiles crashing down, dude. It was tough. It was a tough thing to watch. The concept of that, like, it could happen at any moment. None of them had any idea what was going on.
When your business needs fast, quality printing delivered on time.
So police officers or directives keep making us go a little bit further north, get out of the crime scene, get out of the danger zone, just because at that point nobody had been arrested or detained just yet. So we were in the middle of it, and eventually they move us about a block and a half out, and then some police cars going by here now, and then then we hear that they do have somebody detained and arrested. That's when I think the level kind of decreased a little bit, the emotion, the adrenaline, simply because it looked like that the danger was over. And Garner, that's what I was mentioning. You said that it looked like we don't know if they're looking for another person, but certainly after that one person was detained, it certainly felt like the adrenaline decreased a little bit because the police believe they got their person. So it was tense, but I have to be honest.
It's a protest in Harrisburg.
Seconds, Dan Garner, seconds. They were
No one is above the law. That shit's hilarious, dude. That's a good one.
They knew that the protest was supposed to be peaceful. The No Kings organizers told police all along that they're planning on it being peaceful. That's a big tenet of their organization, is to have non-violent protests. But then when this happens, everything goes away. You know what I mean? There was an organizer with No Kings who told us this person has nothing to do with the No Kings organization. This is not what they wanted. This was somebody acting on their own. And they're saddened that this protest that they had is kind of dampened by the events that happened tonight, Dana Garner.
Well, what it seems like, right? What it seems like is it was one person got hurt. It wasn't like this dude was just like actively shooting into a crowd or anything. It was probably a guy who was carrying and had a back and forth with someone who was in the protest and just couldn't keep his lid on and did the thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm doing okay, Garna. Thanks for asking. Still a little shaken up. You know, it was a scary situation. Like Alex said, we were pretty close to it when it happened. We heard popping noises, and people started running, and so we kind of just took cover. And then I saw cops, police officers just bolting into the nearby parking garage of the Sky Apartments and chasing after someone. And we have heard that that suspect is now in custody, that one person was shot and is critically injured. We did see the body on the ground. Sorry, I'm okay. But anyway, we are again at State Street in between 1st and 2nd South here in downtown Salt Lake City. I've been talking to eyewitnesses tonight who have also...
But let me tell you, she would not fucking last in Birmingham.
I'm here with Kiz Mayo. Tell me what you saw and heard.
So we were in front of the federal building.
Base! Fucking based shirt, dude. Did you see that? What a fucking legend.
We go towards past the church. There are another gunshots heard. People go inside the church, and then we come back this way in front of the law firm, and we see a guy with long hair, looks like a evil version of Tarzan 10, and they put him in handcuffs, and they get him in an ambulance, and we yell out, people are yelling out that he was
My man's shirt says Trump is the goat of all presidents.
I'm the victim. So I don't know exactly who is who, but it's kind of confusing. It's everywhere. Like, we don't know exactly.
Yeah, we're still waiting on confirmed information here.
What a fucking legend, dude.
Kind of hearsay and things that we've heard witnesses report. But tell me what was going through your mind when you first saw people running and heard those noises.
First, we heard gunshots in front of the federal building. Everybody starts running. People, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get shot. I'm like, should I call my mom, my brother, my sister? Very scary. And I kind of felt bad because I'm really fast, but people was like trembling onto the ground. I'm like, do I go back?
What a legend, bro. He was out there in the protest wearing that shirt. That shit takes balls, dude. I don't even know if I'd have the balls to do that shit. I mean, I wouldn't want to go out to one of those protests anyway, for any reason at all, but especially with with a shirt on like that.
Peaceful protest, even though I'm a DOG fan. It's the president's birthday today, so I was just trying to do a peaceful protest, and then this should not be happening. It's really, really sad.
Yeah, because you mentioned that you were out here not only today, but you've been out here on Thursday. You've been to the other protests that have been organized as well, right?
Yes, I was at Washington Square Park. It wasn't as bad as this. It was more peaceful. I mean, there was a little havoc, and I got into some incidents. We're not going to talk about that, but there was no gunshots at Washington Square Park. And today, unfortunately, I don't know who is who. Is it the red team, the blue team? I don't know. It's pretty sad. We don't know who exactly the shooter is. I have a couple of videos. I'm going to send it to you guys. But yeah, it's really sad. Washington Square was way more peaceful than today.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time and for sharing that. Garner Dan, I'll send it back to you for now.
All right, thank you very much. Emma Benson live out there on the scene, a little shaken up. Boy, she's right there in the midst of this. Also, Alex Cabrera was right there, just feet away from those gunshots being fired. Very scary experience for many people out there. Again, just recapping a little bit, this was, what did you say, about 7:58 or so this evening?
Yeah, it was about 7:58. We were actually watching. Their live feeds are coming into the newsroom. Alex is there to spot Emma Benson in an abundance of safety precaution that we have. And we also had two other photojournalists. We had Chopper 5. They had just left to go refuel. And we're getting this, on the ground look when we start to hear what were gunshots, and we start to quickly hear police scanners. Again, about 7:50, 7:55, 7:58, we see someone on the ground and people, medics rushing to give them what we assume are saving measures. That person now in critical condition.
Yeah, dude, going out to one of these protests would not be a smart idea for me.
There was a man that was put in handcuffs. We eventually saw him also loaded into an ambulance, and maybe some statements there made that were a little bit confusing. We'll have to wait to hear from police.
He said, "Hey, I'm the victim.
I'm the victim.
I'm not the shooter."
But he doesn't look like the person that we saw on the ground. So that's, maybe there's more than one victim. We are going to have to wait for Salt Lake City Police to speak to that. Their investigation, very active. They did tell us they have been preparing for this. They have been, preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best, calling for people to peacefully assemble. And they've been working with multiple agencies. We know that Unified Police Department, the Department of Public Safety, Sheriff's Office are all were ready to provide support. That may be why they were able to react so quickly. They had so many people.
As Alex said, I mean, the police were in action and they're ready to go very quickly there. Let's go ahead and go back out to Alex Cabrera right now. He's live there. Alex, what do you have for us?
Well, Dan, since we last chatted with you and Garner there, again, I'm still at 100 South and 300 East here in downtown Salt Lake City, waiting for Salt Lake City Police to give us a statement, to do a little press conference here. They told us to start gathering here because they were on their way. But since we last chatted, about 5 minutes ago, we noticed another 4 or 5 police.
It got me before too.
City as well, to try to keep this road blocked off. They're still saying that it is an active crime scene, and they don't want anybody go through this particular area at about 100 South and 200 East, just because they want to make sure that the crime scene that they say is there, that all the evidence that is possible to collect will be collected. But Dan, yes, this is something that Salt Lake City Police and law enforcement agencies all throughout Utah have been talking about and preparing for. Even though this was all meant to be done as peaceful protests, police say you never know when there might be an agitator or someone who wants to come in and just create violence and chaos, which is...
That's such a weak-ass framing, though, dude, because it could be literally anything, dude. It could be someone got into an argument with one of the protesters, or one of the protesters got in an argument with someone else, and then bang, bang. But this, people who want to stir up shit, they wear shirts like that, or they do the Ryan, whatever his name is, Nick Shirley thing. They don't just go and light somebody up in the street. That doesn't happen.
Arrest and detain anybody that needs to be taken down. And honestly, Dan and Garner, that is exactly what happened. So all the preparation, all the planning, and all the talking that law enforcement has been doing all across the valley, it paid off here today, because from the time, when we heard gunshots to the time that we heard that there was a suspect in custody, I mean, I don't know the official time what you're going to say, but it had to be 10, 15 minutes. It was pretty quick to when they had somebody down. And again, when police arrived after the shooting, it was seconds. Dozens of police officers just running with their guns, their rifles, their weapons out, telling everybody to get down, telling everybody to get out, and trying to make the scene as safe as possible after, honestly, what was not a very safe scene there when that shooting went down, Dan and Garner. So we have some video running here of the moment that this happened. Marchers were just coming north there.
It's like even lefties, right? If they want to go cause an issue with a bunch of Trump voters or something, they're just going to scream fascist at them. They might smack at them or something, but they're not going to pull a gun on somebody. You know what I mean? It just doesn't add up. It doesn't. Something doesn't connect with the framing that he made. People just want to come out here and agitate things. That makes no sense. That's such a fucking weak-ass framing, dude.
People walking by us here now telling us that they are so sad that this happened, that this was...
You don't hate the media enough.
It just seems things Dan and Garner.
I know, yeah, right. So that's what I was saying earlier, man. I honestly, like, I definitely believe that's why, like, all the protests down in Florida ended peacefully.
Are future protests safe? What can police do even more that they haven't?
Because Florida, like, Ron DeSantis was like, yeah, if they block your car and you run them over, they shouldn't have tried blocking your car, you know? That's fucking based as hell, dude. And, like, nothing happened here in Birmingham. I don't even think they had the fucking protests here.
It is something in the back of your mind that could happen, and tonight it did happen. Dan and Garner.
Alex, real quick, can you tell us a little bit about, has the demonstrators pretty much dispersed then? I mean, are people still hanging out around there, or this big demonstration pretty much is all broken up and they're gone home now, or what's the latest out there? What can you see?
It has dispersed pretty well, Dan. There were, there were thousands here for the protest. Maybe it started going down. People were heading home anyway because we were toward the end of this particular protest, of this event that was planned tonight. So a lot of people were already heading home. After the shooting, a lot of people stuck around because you felt like you went through something traumatic with a bunch of other people, and you're just kind of hanging around talking to each other about it. Like, what did you see?
I can see that.
What did you hear? I'm so happy we're okay. I feel so bad for the person that was shot. You kind of share your emotions with those who were there with you when it happened. So yes, there were still a few hundred protesters that were around, maybe even 1,000 protesters. Here goes another police car over here from Salt Lake City. And yeah, you just kind of share that with each other. But as it's been more than an hour now, people have started going home. The scene where they brought somebody down, there were maybe a few dozen people that were part of the event that were still there, but just standing here another block away waiting for police to chat with us, we've noticed people that were leaving and getting in their cars and going home.
Out there and
I saw people saying Fort Hood, Fort Hood, Fort Hood, but I'm not fucking seeing anything about it. I'm not seeing shit about it. Like anywhere. The only thing I've seen was in JS's chat, dude. That was it. I don't want to watch anything on that. I can't. Imagery of bombs dropping like that kind of fucks with me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you miss what happened, me, myself, and I? Maybe play some video games and watch and/or watch a movie? Oh, that kid just almost got clipped. Those are some country boys. He's got a map.
Oh, seems like that ended pretty quickly.
The tour posters here.
Oh. You talking about the one that killed the the speaker representative for the House in Minnesota? Or are you talking about this guy that just started popping off in Salt Lake?
I don't think today's gonna be heavy, bro. I think it's pretty much gonna die out after this. I don't know how many people are left in the crowds and where they are. You got your scanner on you? No. This phone scanner? We should listen to find out where the find out where the
Yeah.
where the crowds are. They said something about a fire on people.
Yeah, I mean, he was directly hired by Tim Walz in a security position, ironically.
They just held us back right here so that we wouldn't get hit.
Like the company that he worked for was like it's crazy. It was called the Praetorian Security Guard Council or something like that. And here, hold on. I have. That's the thing about her basically shutting down that bill. Or she voted in favor of killing free health care for illegal immigrants. Hey, thank you, Abe. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Dude, this news cycle is fucking wild, bro. It's just been one thing after another. Like, they basically buried this, where is it? Hold on. Hold on, let me find this. They completely fucking buried this one. That's crazy. They completely fucking buried this story. And that's like a big deal to me. You know what I mean? Like, they completely fucking buried that. And then everything going on with this lady. There's just something weird about, like, the news cycle right now. There's just so much shit. These are the kind of times where you just got to pay attention. You know what I mean? Because they're releasing all the stories, but they ain't all making the front page. You know? Okay, it doesn't look like there's much going on in LA. What do we got from, where's Andrew? What do we got from Andrew?
DPG Thing, also known as Jungle F. Sending in another 50 memberships on the R side. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
It's like, shit, dude. If I had the money to give 50 memberships, I would, but I don't got the money for that shit.
Except he just sent another 50.
I do my best to try and help out.
My God, this guy is going fucking wild tonight. Thank you, dude. Whew. Appreciate it. Very, very kind of you to do. Very kind. There was a No Kings protest near me in Taos, New Mexico. It was pretty peaceful aside from a few idiots blocking traffic. No injuries, no property damage. Probably because Taos is full of a bunch of old hippies. Makes sense. Things are getting pretty heated and nothing's happening. You should play the Jeopardy soundtrack. I think things are happening. It's mobilizing.
Presidential's coming in clutch, bro. Holy crap! I can't believe it worked. Whoever made me that is a genius.
Portland, they're meandering a bit. Did we get an all clear at Fort Hood?
Okay.
Ice protesters testicle downtown Los Angeles. I mean, that's terrible. I'm just really tired. That's why I was laughing. You know how when you get tired, you get the giggles sometimes. That's a very serious matter. And I pray that all involved get
from 2016.
Andrew, do you believe that the elite are trying to stir a color revolution in the U.S.? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. People get confused. They think that color revolutions are racial. They're not. That's not what color revolution means. You sound like you know what a color revolution actually is. But yes, I do think that that's exactly what they're doing. These are fucking avowed Marxists. Everywhere I look, I see Marxist signs, communist signs, socialist signs.
There it is.
Just like how Black Lives Matter had communists at its head, these organizations do too. New link sent. Okay, appreciate that. Mod's doing a great job tonight, making sure.
Fuck you, New York Times, man.
Footage with everything that's going on. Doing a great job. Really appreciate that. We got San Antonio, Vegas, and Spokane, Washington. Spokane, of course, is where you saw that lunatic kid giving all that commentary. And then so I guess some of the Crucible crew went over and started messing with him a little bit. That was pretty funny.
Okay, so after dark, don't walk around with big ass cameras out here. I'm being serious. We had a guy. They tried robbing one of our guys 2 minutes ago. He had his big old black magic. So today all of our guys are using these.
BP in Salt Lake City just now. Are you sure that wasn't from earlier?
I don't think it was up. Yeah. No, I'm taking it. That's why I bought it.
That protester was both of these.
One of our guys was like, "Yeah, I'm using my Sony." I looked at it. I was like, "That's like 6,000."
This shit is such a fucking powder keg, dude.
Oh, were you?
Just needs some fucking crazy to ignite it, and they will.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, I want to stay on and cover this as much as possible. I was going to do a bunch of fucking studies, but I mean, I got fucking 5 articles I can read here. Well, I guess 4 articles, and then just like skim through their site and try to find something of value, because there's fucking nothing on here. But 4 pretty decent fucking articles, you know. I think this would be, I'd give it a fair go. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's taking care of the fams, dude. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean? And good for him. Now that he's not working constantly, dude, it's probably a good thing that he's able to, be able to spend more time with his family. Hey, there you go. What's up, my brother? My brother, dude. So there was only 1 victim. That's good. Hopefully it was just like a spat between 2 folks, man. I still haven't seen anything on Fort Hood, but
Rosie, thank you for the gifted membership. Hey Andrew, would you ever do a live debate? No way. Fucking doofus.
So I guess that guy in the trunk truck.
One of your EOs should be to bar women from
they're not
working
going.
in
They can't
EMS.
trap him right now.
Executive
Just 'cause
orders.
They haven't given a curfew yet. I asked these officers in here.
Jungle says for 200, this is for Mr. E. Take the L, Mr. E. Take this L with your wannabe V coins. No victory for you, just a big fat L. Yeah, fuck you, Mr. E.
what's she sick with, Ashton?
Like that guy anyway.
Or was it after the dude with the umbrella?
Never liked Mr. E.
You know,
Anyway.
they had the umbrellas and they hit him boom, boom, boom 3 times in the umbrella.
Wyatt.
So pixelated like it's been, pretty much, huh?
Oh, fuck, man, that sucks, dude. I hope she feels better soon. That's terrible, man. That's a hell of a thing to get on your birthday. Yeah, that's what he was saying earlier. So her birthday this year fell on Trump's birthday, Flag Day, and the 250th birthday of our army, bro. Isn't that crazy? Today's monumental. And I'll bet you one thing, dude. The media definitely does not want to show too much of that parade because Trump, and this is one thing I'm really glad about, he didn't make that shit about him at all. That was all about the army. There wasn't a bunch of Trump flags and Trump this, Trump that all over the place. I was, like, part of me was a little worried about it because he is kind of an egomaniac. But I was like, I was real happy to see that. Like he made today all about them. You know what I mean? And that was fucking right on, dude. Oh, dang, dude. I mean, it seems like for the most part, dude, LA's got it locked down. They're not like going buck wild anymore because they can't. LA's actually doing their fucking, like, LAPD's doing their job finally. That's clickbait. There's a bunch of cops, dude. And curfew's done. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I would too, bro. Dude, those motherfuckers were throwing fireworks and piss bottles at them for days and setting shit on fire, destroying their fucking cruisers. Oh, yeah, dude. Thank you. Sorry, I missed that comment, bro. Yeah, bro. Tell him he's awesomer. I hope to be like him when I grow up. Or her. Can't remember if your 5-year-old's a boy or a girl. Thank you, Robert Whaley. I appreciate that, man. I'm just doing my best with what I got, you know what I mean? So this is the guy, apparently, that's the suspect right there. Was he got like a he might be a drug dealer. Now this is speculation, but in that cop's hand right there, that looks like a billfold. That might have had nothing to do with any of this shit. Homeboy was probably trying to score or sell something and things went wrong. Oh, hold on. Gotta see this. Hey, at least she didn't cry. She kind of ate it. Give her that. You know, credit where credit's due, right? I think she's like a big lefty and whatever. Yeah. You think she'd be like, yeah, you're hurting me, kind of thing. And nope. She kind of just ate it. Got to give her that. These people hate him, dude. They can't stand him. All right. Where's a good feed? I need a good feed, gentlemen. There's no good feeds right now. There's just not much going on anymore.
Probably hard for you to properly say, but how long would you estimate these riots to continue? This is just inconveniencing the state now, surely. If it is the case that tonight just ends up being a dead night, I don't think they'll continue for long at all.
Fingers crossed, dude.
I think that they'll just be done after this.
Yeah, dude, George Carlin's the bomb, bro, for sure.
That happens. These are
yeah.
After tonight, at least by and large, people will lose interest in them. This was their big night of rage, you know. If it is the case that there's a bunch of carnage that happens tonight, then you'll probably see them in the foreseeable future.
I'm so mad right now.
That's just my guess. You know what I mean? I don't know for sure. I knew that they were going to spread nationwide, but you know, so far there hasn't been actually that much carnage going on. The cops just basically can push the protesters around. The protesters seem to want to get pushed around. So not as much carnage as even that very first night we were covering with all the fires and dumpster mows and everything else. It has thus far been pretty tame. Now all that can change now that the West Coast is dark, right? This is the West. This is Los Angeles right now. You can see it's getting dark. That's when you start to see the fucking crazies come out.
So some of them headed out to the Strip, which is a small group. Another small group headed out to Fremont, but the rest of the big group is still here at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger Avenue. No, this has not been declared an unlawful assembly, guys.
I started when I was real young, figured out how to hack past super robust.
See, so with this shooter that just took out the
You mean for smoking?
House rep and the or she wasn't a House rep, she was a state rep, and hit the senator as well. The thing that they're going to have to be able to do is they're going to have to navigate through the fact that he was hired by Tim Walz, and he had a whole slew of No Kings flyers in his back seat. They're going to have to navigate that shit.
Yeah, the curfew has already been implemented in LA. They're going to deploy the Marines on the streets soon.
No, to get that one, you gotta go.
Spokane police are ordering to leave the roadways, are they?
Can you tell me the Third
This is Spokane right here.
You don't know the Third Amendment?
Look at all that trash, dude.
That's the amendment that says.
And the stuff they left on the ground.
Troops cannot
You know what I mean?
themselves in private houses without the express prescription of law. Basically, that's what it says. I think that's the Third Amendment. Am I wrong? This guy was just talking about the Third Amendment. I think that's what it is. That's the you're not allowed to quarter yourself in a private establishment.
Yeah. You can't have soldiers. Like soldiers can't force themselves into your home. That's the Third Amendment. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was one of his later ones, man. As time went on, George Carlin got super fucking based, man. Like he was awesome right there at the end. The news cycle's been really slow. Or it been really, really fast. I mean, the exact opposite.
Vegas, Spokane.
Sorry, I'm an idiot sometimes. I don't know what happens.
Probably what, like 30 people live here?
My brain just don't like to work too good. There's no other good feeds, Abe. I've been looking around, man. There's like nothing. There's nothing going on. And I know, like, if I were to cut the stream off right now, some shit's going to pop off the second I do. You know what I mean? That's the kind of position I'm in.
This looks like a pop-off waiting to happen.
It got crazy here on Tuesday. Let's go to.
What? Do you guys have any, like, feedback, anything I could do to keep things a little more entertaining? Or you think it's just, like, the way that the news cycle is right now, there's not really much to talk about? It's like riots, 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 and then, you know, political assassinations,
Half of the group went to Fremont, half of the other group went
schemes coming to light. You know, a lot of this stuff is just getting kind of passed over in the news, so if you guys have any
Working to fix, okay.
critique or anything, just let me know, man, because I'd love to keep y'all entertained while you're here supporting me, you know? Like, that's the important bit.
The cops don't give a shit about anything but this right now.
Ex-Hillary aide just married George Soros' son. Hillary also getting slammed for saying protesting ex-sickening stuff.
Wait, what? What did he just say?
Reported that 4 officers were wounded after protesters stormed ICE in Portland. Is it? I didn't see any camera on the ground for that.
I haven't seen any feeds on Portland.
If any of the agitators get to Fremont, that's the connection. They're not going to allow them to disrupt any of businesses tonight.
Oh, shit. I thought she was a lesbian.
San Pedro, that's over in the Long Beach area, guys. So, San Pedro will be near the Queen Mary.
Dude, these eyes, bro. Am I wrong? Like, she is out of her fucking mind.
Famous fish market there. What's known for San Pedro fish market.
My man with them traps, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's been hitting the gym, dude. I don't know. I don't think it's a real marriage, bro. He looks like he's got some sugar in the tank, dude. For real. Look at this cat.
We can ask. We got credentials.
No, I'm not gonna leave now. I'll be here. I have to get back to work on Monday.
Will you guys allow media to come through or no? We got
I
even
gotta go home
credentials?
tomorrow.
I know that, like, if I were to cut the stream right now, something's going to pop off and I'm going to miss it. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I'm usually not streaming this late anyway, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it, man. We'll be back at it again tomorrow.